Well, hello. Welcome to Dashcam Diary of a Disabled with me, chronically happy. I am headed back home after a long morning gone with Stormy Dog in the back. I had to go check out Marshall's and TJ Maxx after my chiropractor appointment this morning to check for those viral bags. So I've been learning more about the viral Juicy Couture bags and purses. I have learned about the ballerina beaded bag. I found out from a lady customer at Marshall's this morning. No, it was TJ Maxx. So easy to confuse the two. They're so similar. One's right next to my chiropractor in the morning, and my chiro is always from 8 to 9. And then Kaiser Station Marshalls opens up at 9:30. Such a weird time for him to open, honestly. Like, who opens at like a half hour? Besides TJ Maxx and Marshalls both. Every other store I know opens on the hour. Why do they have that extra half hour? I don't get that. I don't get it. Seems stupid. I mean, okay, I guess it's not just those two businesses because my credit union also opens at 9:30 in the morning. But still, that's still an odd time to me. Why at 30 minutes past? Why don't you just wait another 30 minutes or open 30 minutes sooner? I don't know. Maybe I guess it's better for the employees to be able to like get their things online. I can see how that logistically would be probably better, so you're not like rushing to get your tills open, you know, this, that, and the other. So yeah, some thoughts moving forward. I'm making this a quick dash cam, guys. I'm almost to my house, but my uncle just went to the ER this morning. I just got that message like an hour ago. I just had my cousin message me. And I'm being courteous to give her the information because me and my mom had a long conversation on the way back from Bend, Oregon yesterday, back to my town. It's like a 3-hour drive back home. I say long. It's a long 3-hour drive. So we had a little bit to talk about. I distracted us with some videos and stuff for a little while, but watched a video that reminded us to be present, you know, be comfortable sitting in silence. And so had a little bit of silence with my mom, but also, you know, discussing current events in our family's lives, my uncle included, and how it really upsets me that my cousins don't interact with their dad at all. Like, my uncle has absolutely nobody for him right now. His children abandoned him. He doesn't get to see his grandchildren. He has nothing. He has absolutely nothing besides my mom and I. And my dad, but my dad doesn't interact with him that much. This is the second time my uncle has lived with us in a different house, but like he lived with us in high school too. And that was chaotic in and of itself while he was going through divorce with his first wife. My cousin that called messaged me and asked if she should call my mom. And I'm like, well, she might not answer. But I gave her the rundown anyway. And I just wish that she would actually give an F. And yeah, I just wish she would give an F about her freaking dad. She already had her mom live with her for an extended amount of time. And now her mom's in a freaking assisted living home. Well, that's essentially where her dad's going to end up going to. Because my mom is losing part of her life right now. Her later years in retirement is spent taking care of her freaking brother. Because he doesn't have a good partner in life. He's been through 3-4 different women. I'm heartbroken for my uncle. As annoying, I mean, him and I fight like brother and sister, honestly. You have this many adults in the household, there's there's going to be some kind of tension, especially when there's like, we're all disabled. We might as well have our own care home at this point right now. There's many disabled that live in here. There's 3 out of 4 adults that are disabled in this house, and my dad is getting up there in age, and so he's not. I don't know how much longer I got both my mom and dad, and I'm trying to cherish those last years with my parents, even though they should be by themselves and enjoying their retirement, as a couple, just themselves together. And unfortunately, my dad isn't handling that correctly either. Like, my dad's turned to drinking and been quite an alcoholic in the last couple of years, I hate to admit. And it's a disease. The addiction is a disease. And I try so hard not to blame him for it. But darn it, you can make choices to better yourself. But due to the circumstances within this household, I gotta not get all worked up here. I have to go inside my house here. It pisses me off that his daughter is now concerned. It's all because of my mom's identical twin that keeps my cousin informed. My mom, I had to just cut off telling her damn sister, okay, please keep me updated. Okay, yeah, sure, I'll keep you updated. I just think it's so crappy of his children to write him off. He never did anything inappropriate. He never physically abused his children. Through the messy divorce that he had with his first wife, I've got to witness it firsthand because he lived with us while that divorce happened. And I got to witness him in his final years of life, and his children have nothing to do with him, hardly at all. Granted, here I am making excuses for my cousin. I understand, but I also am freaking pissed about us having to take up the slack of his children. She did it for her mom, but she won't do it for her dad. Because she already did that once. You have both parents alive, and you choose. You choose not to interact. And he's tried calling her, and she don't pick up the phone. And I'm guilty of it too, because he would call me off and on before when he lived with his ex, and I couldn't handle talking to him. He's got a lot of mental issues, and he has addiction problems. Like, gambling is his biggest addiction now. It used to be drinking, but he doesn't really have an addiction to drinking anymore. It was more out of socializing. But he too has come to the realization that he's probably going to end up in a freaking assisted living home too. It's really extremely hard to give up your independence, especially as you age. And me having to give up a lot of my independence before the age of 40. It's been hard, but life is not fair. And it doesn't discriminate. But for my cousin to now care because he went to hospital or the ER by ambulance, she hasn't been there with us through all the other times where I've been scared and I had to take him to the ER myself. Times where he's taken too much medication where he shouldn't have done that because, well, he's tired of living in pain. He's tried to end his life multiple times, and he's lived through it multiple times. But the man's is in congestive heart failure now. At least we show him empathy and compassion, which none of the other family members do. My mom has 7 brothers and sisters, and we are the ones that ended up with them. Because we didn't want this man on the streets with his frail health. Are you kidding me? He would probably not be with us any longer if it wasn't for us. I don't know if it's a good slow torture for him or what, but I love my uncle, despite his annoyances. I love him. He's family. And there are some family that I have written off, kind of. But I go nowhere near them to interact with them, hardly at all. But, yeah. Here I am crying again. I made a video earlier that I decided not to post. I deleted so I can make room to make this one. I'm always running out of space on my freaking phone. Yeah, I just wanted to get this off my chest because it's just at the top of my head because of my mom and I's conversation yesterday, and then now he's at the ER again today. This man's in the ER almost every week, guys. And I had to get a video with him, so I have a good memory of my uncle and me, and have him on my channel at least one time. Maybe he can tell some stories. So yeah, maybe I'll do some story times with my uncle, and you know, that would be great. I need to come up with some good questions so I can ask him and get some real good answers for some content. Yes, I'm talking about exploiting my uncle. But you know what? He's been told that he should write a book about his life, and you know what? Maybe I will just document it on YouTube instead. So his story can be remembered, stories can be remembered for as long as the internet will be around. I think that's what I want to do. I think I'm going to start including my uncle's story times. I think that would be great. I think that's a good idea. I'm going to have to tell him certain rules and guidelines that YouTube will probably shame me for, so I'm going to have to talk to him about that, about how to not say certain words. But yeah, I think he deserves his story to be told, because he's got a good heart, guys. He's got a really good heart. He's a very kind man, and for his children to completely write him off. And has he made a lot of mistakes? Yes. Has he learned from all of them? No. But you know what? He's human. And he shouldn't be treated and just discarded the way he has been by his kids. Should he have been a father? No. He shouldn't have been a father. But I mean, I'm glad that my cousin's alive and everything. I'm just saying. But be kind to people, everybody. You don't know what people have been through. And don't discard your freaking family. I mean, there's good reason to for certain things, you know, like somebody that's a sociopath and psychopath. But yeah, I'm gonna get off my soapbox and get in there and get a hold of my mom and ask how he's doing. I may go down to the ER myself and go check in with them. I don't know if they'll allow me in the room to 2 people. I think they only still have like only a 1 visitor policy. So, but I may consider going down there, depending on how long he's in there today, or if he gets assigned a room. You know, then I'll come in. I will go in there and go give my uncle some foot massages. All right. I've been doing that off and on, and I told my cousin as such. You know, I want her to know that he's being taken care of, and I hope she feels guilty later in life. I hope she feels guilty about not being actively involved in her father's care. I hope she regrets it later in life, because it's not right what she's doing. She only chooses to be in his life when there's something that she thinks that he's on his D bed, and then maybe she'll consider coming down to take care of him. But I doubt it. So, all right, I'm gonna go figure out what the heck is going on with him, and I don't think there's any need for me to go down there, but you know, I just want to show up because his kids don't. But I love them. Just like I love all of you. You all are seen. You're all not alone. And I love you. Okay. Thank you so much for being a part of my channel and being a part of my team. Team Chronically Happy. I will get this LLC someday for taking that name, so nobody else can get it. But yeah, I love you all. So peace out.